The remains of the late Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat have just been exhumed. Now, an international team of forensic experts will take tissue samples, hoping to clear doubts over the cause of his death in 2004. And let's now cross live to our Middle East correspondent, Paula Sleer, for more. Good morning, Paula. So what's triggered the exhumation and what are the scientists looking for? What questions are they hoping to answer?
Well, early on Tuesday, the body of the former Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat was removed from its mausoleum, where it's been for the better part of 8 years since he died back in 2004. And since that time, the question has never been answered: who exactly or what exactly killed Yasser Arafat? Most Palestinians believe that Israel was behind his killing, although Israel has repeatedly and consistently denied this. At the time of his death, there was radioactive material that was found on his clothing. What we're witnessing now is an investigation that is seeing a team of international investigators take samples of his tissues. They will then lead an investigation in various countries around the world. We're being told that it will take several months, but then hopefully once and for all, there will be an answer to the question as to what exactly killed the former Palestinian leader.
Yes, and if it's proved he didn't die from natural causes, what could the wider implications of such a result be?
Well, there's a lot of vested interest in terms of who or what exactly was behind the death of Yasser Arafat. I'll remind you that back in July, Al Jazeera ran a documentary that was titled "What Killed Yasser Arafat?" Now, Al Jazeera is, of course, backed by the Qatari government, and what we've witnessed for some time is that Qatar would like to see the Palestinian Authority lose its grip, lose its power over the Palestinian people. They're desperate to see some kind of change within the Palestinian leadership. For some time, the Qataris have also wanted to see the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, step down and to see more radical elements come to power, not only in Gaza, but also in the West Bank. And of course, most notably here, we're talking about Hamas. They want to see their goals met. And when I say their goals, I'm talking about Qatar. They want to see regime change in Syria. They have been pushing for this for quite some time. Now, for years also, Al Jazeera has been publishing various stories about Israeli assassinations and targeted killings. This is always at the forefront of their news telling. They are almost obsessed with the fact that Israel assassinated Arafat. We've witnessed this amongst numerous reports that they have in fact issued. At the same time, they've also accused the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, of working together with Israel to try and derail any kind of investigation that would unveil the truth as to who or what was behind the death of Yasser Arafat. We've also witnessed a growing together in terms of relationship between Qatar and Hamas. Let me just remind you that some $250 million were recently pledged by Qatar to Hamas to help Palestinians in the Gaza Strip rebuild their homes and their infrastructure after the Operation Cast Lead, which was some 4 years ago, that operation between Israel and Hamas. At the same time, the Hamas headquarters have been moved from Damascus to Doha. So certainly within the context of all of that, we do see a vested interest on the side of the Qataris in terms of this whole Arafat story. This is important, the timing of this exhumation, because it comes during the week that the Palestinian president, Mahmoud Abbas, will be renewing his bid for statehood. He will be going to the United Nations later this week and asking for Palestinian recognition. Now, if in fact he wins that will be a bee in his bonnet. But if he loses it, he could see himself losing masses of amounts of Palestinian support. Now, what we also know is that Israel stands to lose from all of this. Of course, Israel has been alarmed by the closer relationship between Hamas as well as Saudi Arabia, the closer relationship between Qatar and the Palestinian president, Mohammed Morsi. They're coming closer together and expressing more vocal anti-Israel sentiment. And at the same time, what we are hearing is from a number of analysts saying that this should see Israel and the United States work closer together with more moderate elements, both within the Palestinian leadership, particularly Fatah and elsewhere. So there's a lot happening behind the scenes. We're not just talking about the exhumation of Yasser Arafat's body, but we're talking about much longer, deeper ramifications.
Indeed, very interesting. Paula Sleer, our correspondent in the Middle East, live from Tel Aviv. Thank you very much.